Hey guys, welcome back to my Anime Heroes Customs. After a long wait, finally Custom Zabuza is here. If you guys missed the announcement, this is one of my most nerve-wracking projects yet because this figure is for one of my favorite YouTubers out there. Bam Collectibles. Yes, this is big. Still can't believe I am making this for him. Huge shout out to my friend at BloodMissBrothers7 for making this project happen. Hope you guys enjoy the 93rd commission project.
Hey guys, thank you so much for waiting patiently for this project. This took me about more than a month to finish, and now we are here. Let's do it. I'm using a gray SHF bodycoon and the 3D printed head sculpts from my partner shfiguarts. I decided to use the gray SHF bodycoon as a starting base because I think Zabuza has a very unique skin color, and I think it's much more closer to the gray color than the skin tone, so we're using this one for his body. We have these 3D printed head sculpts from my partner shfiguarts. He did an amazing job with these, and on the right is the normal Zabuza face, and on this left one is the Demon Hunter face. These are the requested head sculpts by my client. Quickly testing out the size of the prints on the body, and that just looks perfect. I think the size and scale is perfect. If you guys want to order 3D printed head sculpts and resin prints like this, I will put shfiguarts' link in the description box below. Let's go! First thing to do is spray a primer base on the head sculpt so that we can see what we need to clean up and we can see the details more clearly. Next up, we need to paint his skin. Zabuza has a very unique skin tone. It almost looks like an undead skin tone. So that's why I'm using this gray SHF bodycoon as a starting base. So I'll be mixing and matching some flesh, grays, maroon, and a little bit of purple in there so that we can try to achieve this skin tone. Before spraying the head sculpts with the skin tone, I'm gonna be removing the forehead protector excess fabric on the side of the face because I want to replace this with some real fabric with wires inside. I'm using my nippers just to take it off and cut off this part. Fast forward because I don't want this to be a very long video. This is the results of the painted body. I think we got it very close. It's a bit of a maroon, purple, grayish tone. So, of course, I painted the body separately with my airbrush and put it back together. And yeah, this is the result. And I think I'm very happy with this. Side-by-side comparison with a flesh skin tone SHF bodycoon so that you can see the difference in the colors. It's time to make clothing, so let's go. For the first outfit, I made this black clothing. It's a onesie. I call this as a onesie. I made it out of 2 pieces of black spandex clothing, and I cut up the top part so that we can, once we flip this over, we can put the figure inside of it. The biggest challenge to this custom will be the interchangeable outfit for Zabuza. My client wanted him to have this black onesie outfit, and he also wanted him to have the Kirigakure Jonin vest outfit. Here we go. I have finally put the onesie over the body. As you can see, it's a sleeveless cut, and the pants are a bit too long, so I have to shorten that right above or right below the knees. This will be glued together so that it closes the gap, but I will put a device or some sort of technique so that the sword can be stored at the back later. Before finalizing the clothing on the body, we will have to wrap his shins with some Teflon tape so that we can get that effect for the Jonin vest outfit. I also have these Figma archetype extra toes. You guys know that I do these to the majority of my Naruto customs, and I'll have to put the toes on the SHF bodycoon feet. Tada! Fast forward. The shins are now completely wrapped with some Teflon tape. I like this effect very much. And then I've also put a synthetic leather as part of the boots or his shoes. And here I've already incorporated the Figma archetype he toes to the SH Bodycoon feet. And I've added a little strip of synthetic leather to wrap it all together. The boots or the shoes will be painted in a hue of purple. Let's move on to the head sculpts. Here they are painted with the same skin tone on the body, and I think they look great. They are ready for more details and more paint. The hair will be painted black and the forehead protector will be painted dark blue. I apologize for some noise in the background. My dogs are killing me. They just won't stop barking today. Fast forward to some more details and paint on the head sculpts. As you can see, I've already painted the hair black. The forehead protector is blue, but I'll have to darken that a bit more. I've also painted the eyes white. When I received the request for this custom project of Zabuza, I immediately wanted his face mask to be made out of cloth. So I will try to achieve that as much as I can. So I'm using this thin white fabric to cover the mouth for his mask, and I'll be painting this demon head hunter kunai black and white for the teeth. What we have so far, I've put the onesie clothing permanently on the body. So this onesie will stay permanently on the body. It's glued down to the body. We have the shin wraps, we have the purple boots, and then I've also painted and wrapped the neck with white thin fabric. I'll just have to add some more details, but we're almost done with the first outfit of Zabuza. I've made a second top with sleeves here. This will be the base for the Jonin vest Zabuza. I know that the Jonin vest Zabuza's base color is supposed to be a little bit of brown, but for consistency and for easier interchangeable clothing, I'm gonna use black for the base. I'm also gonna be making these hand sleeves and the foot sleeves for the original look of Zabuza. This is gonna be a tough one, guys. So I have this light bluish purple fabric that I will use for the hand sleeves and the foot wraps. This is the closest color that I have to Zabuza's hand and foot wraps. The foot wraps are much more lighter, but I think this bluish color tone works well. So how to do that? Here's an example. Here's a square template that you fold over and you just have to sew one side of the fabric. What that does is you'll have a cylinder. So once you flip it over, you'll have a cylinder shaped fabric that you can now insert on the hand or the foot. The leg wraps will be much more complicated, so I'll do that and I'll just show you the outcome later. I've cut the back part of the black alternate top, and that will be the opening so that the top will be interchangeable and it's very easy to wear just like this. I might put on Velcro here or zipper, whatever will be easier to work with. So it will look like this. I just need to finalize some of the lengths like the sleeves and the bottom part of this top. Now I have this color, this mauve fabric. I think it's called mauve. It's a cross between maroon and purplish. This will be the color that I will use for the Jonin vest Zabuza. The vest will be particularly in pieces, so I'm not gonna make a full piece, but I'll glue it onto this base piece by piece or part by part. I'm not entirely sure how to do that, but I'll just show you the results later. Help me! I think this accessory is a must when you're making a Zabuza custom. This will be his water dragon jutsu effect. So I just bought this online in AliExpress or Shopee. You can find this. This is just a generic China dragon. And what I'm gonna do is just repaint this, remove the hands. I think the hands are very easy to remove. Yes, you can definitely just pop them off. Don't need to cut. And there, we already have this water dragon jutsu effect. This could also work for a Tanjiro custom for his 10th breathing form. So I'm just gonna repaint this into a water-like form. Now for the iron cleaver. I got this specific one from this Kakashi statue, and I thought it was already perfect, but for one thing, it is not made for a 1/12 custom. It might work for a 1/10 scale custom, but for this one, it's way too big. So we'll have to make the iron cleaver from scratch. I have a black Sintra board here. I think this is 1 mm thick, and I'll have to resize this iron cleaver and make it much more smaller. Doing some work with the Sintra board, I've cut a new piece. The original piece was around 16.5 centimeters. Now with my piece, which is more accurate to the 1/12 scale custom, is at around 14 centimeters. And looking at the scale for it looks much better. I'm gonna add more details to this. I'm gonna add the bevel, the cuts, the circles around it, and add the handle. This is the result of my own version of the iron cleaver, which is a much more 1/12 scale friendly. I've added more details, and I've used a barbecue stick for the handle. All I need to do now is polish this up and get it ready for paint. Fast forward, Zabuza custom is done. Let's see the full figure. Ta-da! Zabuza custom is finally done. I've done a lot more things to this custom, but I didn't want the video to take so long, and it will take a lot of time to edit. So I'm just showing you the full figure now. I made a lot more accessories to finish up this custom, like this white neck wraps, the arm wraps, and the foot sleeves. One thing that I wanted to do is to add a Velcro on this iron cleaver and Velcro at the back of Zabuza so that we can attach the sword hands free. For Zabuza to be able to wield the sword, I had to separate the hands, the fingers, and the thumb of the holding hands that came with the SHF bodycon so that I can slip in the sword and that he can hold it without a problem. This is a very big sword, so I would recommend that if you're gonna pose the sword out with his arms, you'll definitely need a stand to support it. I'll show you the device and the techniques I applied to make the things or the clothing interchangeable. So you can slip off this arm sleeves. Remember that we made it cylindrical so that we can just slip it on and off. But once you put it on, you have to slip it down towards the hand so that it's more accurate to the Zabuza look. One of the hardest parts of this custom, I think, is thinking about how to make the foot sleeves interchangeable, because the Jonin outfit and this outfit differs very much on their legs. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's like a foot sleeves, but this one has Velcro at the back, so you'll have to put the sleeve onto the toes and then close it at the back. So this is how it roughly looks like, and you have to put the sleeves up until the toes just like this, and then go to the back and close up the Velcro opening and fix it and make it look nice, and ta-da! This is the only thing that I could really think of to make it easier to achieve both looks on the outfit. I'll be showing you guys how to put the first look all together from scratch so that you can see how everything works. I like to start with the neck and the head sculpt, and then go to the legs, put in the foot sleeves, make sure that you're showing up until the toes, and close the back of the Velcro. We'll have to do that to the other side, just like that, and get your arm cylinders and slip it on until the elbows. Put in your hands and slip down the arm cylinders up until the hand so that you can cover the ball joints. Let's take a closer look at the alternate head sculpts. We have the Demon Hunter Zabuza without his mask and with the kunai inside his mouth, and this extra white fabric that goes around his head. I made this so that once you put it down on the body, he has this extra flare of cloth flying around him, which makes it look more dynamic and like what happened during the anime scene. You can just pop it down on the neck joint very easily, and look at that. This might be my favorite look of this custom. Zabuza is such an iconic first villain for the Naruto series. Now let's look at how we can interchange him into the Jonin outfit Zabuza. I am sorry for not showing a lot more procedures in making this Jonin vest of the Kirigakure, but like I said, it was only the black base, and then I've put pieces together to make the vest. I've put a big velcro at the back so it's very easy to swap and interchange the clothing. Let's remove all the other accessories in the first outfit so that we can get it ready for this Jonin vest. So put his arms forward, slip onto the sleeves, and close the velcro at the back, and boom! I'm very surprised that I was able to pull off this engineering or this technique, because it was a very hard look to achieve, and I'm very happy that I've made it as clean as I can, and as easy and user-friendly as you can. So putting on the head sculpt, look at that, he looks amazing, and I'm very happy about the outcome. You guys can see that I've changed the color of his inner sleeves of the inside the vest. It's a little bit more dark blue because that's how it looks like. That's how it's supposed to look like in the anime. Again, I'm sorry for using black. This was supposed to be light brown, but for interchangeable poses and for easier swapping, I used black. And here we have his iconic water dragon jutsu with the repainted water dragon accessory, and I think this looks amazing. This water dragon also comes with a dedicated stand so you can pose it with him, and I do hope you guys enjoyed this custom. Tell me what you think, write it down in the comments, and I'm just very happy to be making this custom for the man himself, Bam Collectibles. And what are we waiting for? Jump straight to action poses.